builds the hero assets, for example. Yeah, 100%. That makes sense. Oh, Jesus Christ, Tap Out Corner. What the fuck? No, the video I was talking about is called What Happened to the Doctor from To Catch a Predator. Holy fuck, man. Thank you for the crazy amount of bits. Is this about the guy that killed himself? Because I can't watch that on stream. God damn, though, Tap Out. Thank you. What happened to the Doctor from To Catch a Predator? One of the most infamous men caught on To Catch a Predator.
Imagine you...
Let me see. Yep. This is one of the guys that died. Yeah. So this is just a video going over it. This isn't the one that shot himself in the hotel, though. It doesn't seem. This is one of the other ones. Thank you so much for that, though, Tap Out. He's a tier 1 polar bear. Another 5 gift subs, Artificial. Thank you, Artificial. And resub Ziltoid. Everyone got so mad at him when the guy killed himself. You talking about Chris Hansen and the Predator? What the fuck was it? He wasn't a lawyer, right? What was he? Actually, he might have been a lawyer. I don't remember. But yeah, Chris Hansen caught a powerful guy in one of their operations, and he ended up just taking his own life. Assistant DA. Okay. Yeah, he took his own life rather than face the consequences, and that led to a huge backlash against To Catch a Predator. And Chris Hansen had an amazing response to it here. What was the name of that video? I don't want to type that. That might bring up the not good for Twitch stuff. Okay, it does come up with this though. It's this one. Okay. Or is just the clip?
trial, and I'm convinced that we would have won a trial. But it means nothing.
$20 million, whatever.
150 million, whatever the number
whatever,
was.
yeah.
But there's a settlement for a minuscule part.
Like the tier 1 Papa Doof.
And nobody was crazy about that.
Your sub Kristen and 5 subs Artificial.
Nobody liked that. They were ready to go to trial, and I'm convinced that we would have won a trial. But ultimately, the decision was made that they didn't want to have me tied up for 3 months. They didn't want to have the other people.
Is it in the beginning or was it at the end? I assumed it was right here since this is where I stopped the video. Maybe it was at the beginning.
4. And there were 12 investigations across the U.S. But then in 2008, there was a show with a guy named Louis Conrad, an assistant district attorney.
Correct.
In Texas. Tell me about that situation.
We had done this investigation in Texas, and about the second night into it, a guy had surfaced chatting with a 13-year-old boy. He did not show up at the house, but in Texas, the actual chat itself constituted solicitation of a child. And so the next day...
Is it the beginning or the end? Does chat know? Because he's telling the story, and I think we all know the whole situation here. But his response to this thing was fucking ice. Yeah, this is Chris Hansen. Voldemort to pedophiles. Like the tier 1, dark. Go to the most replayed. Oh, good idea. Okay, there is no most replayed here, but I really think it's when he crosses his arms.
Go to trial, the money comes out of the news budget.
Aha.
A trial is much more expensive than a settlement. So while the settlement was absolutely
maybe not
palatable to us at the store, he's an assistant district attorney.
It might be at the beginning.
And goes to arrest him. He has a handgun in the house, and as the police are moving in, he takes the handgun and shoots himself in the head, sadly committing suicide. What was found out later was on his laptop were at least 10 images of child pornography, for which he knew as a district attorney, assistant district attorney, he would face in Texas 10 years in prison per image. And while you don't want to see anything like that happen to a guy, suicide, you could pretty much clearly assume that he didn't want to face the music on that and chose to take his own life.
Thanks to Recent Cloud.
How did you feel when you found out that he died?
It was, a difficult moment for everybody involved. You don't want to see somebody do that. I don't feel responsible for it. I sleep well at night and did after the fact. We completely reported on it the next morning. Obviously the Predator episode didn't air for some time, but the next morning I was on the Today Show, first thing from Texas, laid it out exactly. We're completely transparent about everything that happened.
He just seems more bothered by the fact that it ended up being a huge backlash to the show more than anything. Rightfully so. I mean, the dude's a fucking child predator. What, are you going to feel bad about that situation? You caught him doing some absolutely fucking evil shit? Shit happened. Chris did nothing wrong there. Not his fault. Thanks to the bits, Iverson. And the 5 gift subs again, artificial. Thank you, man. Nerissa Bosky. I think I saw that on Twitter, Iverson. That sounds very familiar. Thanks to the resub ninja. And tier 1 Mimsley. Happy birthday, Turtle. And thanks for 5 gift subs again, artificial. Jesus Christ. Did you see Germa's new card game? I heard about it. I haven't seen it yet. But I have heard about it. Thanks to Recent Persona.